I'm with Ace Appliance in Toledo, Ohio, and welcome back to another in-home diagnostic video brought to you by ApplianceVideo.com. So the tools you'll need for this repair are a T20 Torx bit and a 5/16 nut driver. Okay, we're on a Maytag dishwasher with top controls, and the complaint is that it's not finishing the cycle. So what we're going to do is just put it on a normal setting, hit start, and close the door. Now as soon as we did that, we can hear just a bunch of clicking coming from the electronic control, and all the lights went out on top. Now once I jiggled it, the top is now illuminated and blinking. So right now I'm just gonna hit cancel and put it into diagnostics and see if we can't come up with some error code or something. And to do the diagnostics, you just hit the start key to wake up the control, and then hit 3 keys in succession 3 times. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And when it successfully goes into diagnostics, all of the lights will light up. The next step is to close the door. And at that point it will go through a diagnostic check, and what we notice is that our clean light is blinking, and this will blink an error code and repeat it. So right now it'll blink 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, a pause, and then 1, 2. And so we have a 6-2 error code, and it will continue to repeat itself until you can actually figure out what that is. And then you go to the tech sheet and check out the listing on there, and under the 6-2 error code on the tech sheet, it says that it is an electrical problem and to replace the control. So that is what we're going to do, and give it another test. Okay, now we're going to remove all of the T20 Torx bits that secure the front panel and entire front on, so that we can replace the control panel. And they're all the same all the way around. Two left. The ones right by the lock are actually longer than the rest, just something to keep note of. And now we will remove the front assembly, and now we have access to our control panel. There is 1 1/4-inch bolt that we will need to remove that secures the control panel to the top. And now we can go to the electronic control and take off the connector and remove our old control panel. We have our new control panel right here, so we will get that into position. Plug in our connector and reinstall our front plate and all the mounting bolts. We'll start by putting this one back in, and now put the front assembly back on. There's only one trick to this part, and that is that on this assembly we need to line up where this part is and get it over this part, and then it'll seat properly. So when we're putting it back in, we'll just slide it down to begin with to get it down and over that part, and then slide it up to properly seat it. Then you gotta kind of hold it into position until you can get the screw started. With one started on each side, you can make sure that everything is lined up properly. And make sure that the control panel is in right, which it is, and we can continue securing all of the bolts around there. So as soon as we have this all put back together, we will just begin by running it through a short cycle and checking our handiwork. Now, there's certainly no need to really kill these screws. They just need to be in there tight. There's plenty of them to keep it attached. And once we run it through a short cycle, we'll just put it into the diagnostic mode one more time to check and make sure all our error codes are clear, and it runs through the entire diagnostic check, which is important because after we replace this part, during the next cycle, it will go through and calibrate all of the sensors. Okay, so we've replaced our control panel, and now we're going to wake up our control and put it into diagnostics again to check for any error codes. And we're just going to hit the 3 buttons in succession, 1 second apart, 3 times. And it goes into all the lights are on, meaning we have gained access to our diagnostics. And we'll shut the door. This whole period right here is the first part of the diagnostics where it keeps the lights on. And right now, instead of having a blinking clean light, we have a steady one, and you can see the lights changing as it's going through its normal diagnostic routine. So we know that we have no more error codes and we have a good repair. We'll just let this run through its entire diagnostic mode. During the diagnostics, you could hit start resume to rapid advance through them, but it's important to run through them, and then during the next cycle it'll calibrate all the soil sensors and everything like that. So we are all set. So on our Maytag dishwasher with the top controls that the cycle wasn't completing, we ran it through our diagnostics and found an error code that pointed toward the control panel. We replaced the control panel, ran it through diagnostics again to make sure that the error codes were clear, and now we're just running it through a normal cycle to recalibrate all of the all the sensors, and our repair is complete. Thank you for watching another in-home diagnostic video brought to you by ApplianceVideo.com.